Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary. And we should be in for something very special. Oh no, this does not... And he shoots! So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Roberto Carlos. A good play on the left-hand side here. Pinches it off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Bellingham. Seedorf charging forward, the ball at his feet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bruno Fernandes. Edmilson. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Lofted in. Nesta clears it away. Hernes.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That has been cut short. Bruno Fernandes. Hernes. Great work on the overlap. Off greatly! Off the post! Oh, this looks sharp. And here's Mbappe. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Tries to dink it through. Good read, needed to be. Seedorf.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. Arsenal always looking for runners up front here.
Yeah, it is a regular tactic of theirs.
Yeah, it can make life really tough for you from a defensive point of view, having to constantly be on guard with people trying to get in behind.
This is a promising build-up. Hernes has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. No luck with that dink over the top. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Varane spots it and intercepts. Oh, that's a key interception. And this is Ibrahimovic. Seedorf. No, he's not going to get any further than that. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes stood his ground strongly and played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Nesta. It's a really well-measured ball. Ferdinand calmly anticipates. Vieira. Bruno Fernandes. De Jong. De Jong's cross.
This is the time you need that pace.
Vieira. Now Hernes. Mbappe. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Hernes. And it's Seedorf. Mbappe! De Jong. Now it's Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's managed to get free. Mbappe! Decent chance!
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Real chance! It's a goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
There will be
looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal stat.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
Please be reminded that
reflections on the first half.
Arsenal will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And here's Ibrahimovic. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's Ibrahimovic! Bruno Fernandes. Lan deals with that comfortably. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Well read, nice interception. And here's Hullet. Looking for the run. He's had a shot! Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Arsenal present their opponents with the best possible chance here. So we're ready to go. Goal! Milan! Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 19.
Arsenal can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
15,
so we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Coming on the field, number 26.
Nice sequence of passes this, and it's made its way to him.
Bale, number 20, Ito.
Ernest. De Jong, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. And it's Hullet. Bale. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. Ernest.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Ernest cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Oh, just skips past his man. They've got to be quick to recover this.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 14.
Arsenal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Coming on the field, number
Rafael
7,
Varane.
Hazard.
Edmilson.
Number 13, Schneider.
And it's Bale.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he's intervened well there. Bullet! And yes, it's there! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Bullet at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Substitution in progress.
Milan have opted to make another change here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job...
Takes a shot! And we have our very first corner. Nesta attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Bale, he's got away. And the shot! Glorious from Hazard! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the comeback is complete. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Arsenal with the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Edmilson, good strong midfield running here. Bullet. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Rice, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely weighted ball. He's through here. Maldini cuts it out.
Arsenal really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
It's Bale! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. Arsenal have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And it's Rice. He's shifting through the gears here. Played in.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Bullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Now it's Bale, and it's been played through. Oh, that's fabulous. Not a hint of offside here. Oh, such a clever touch. And that is as far as it goes. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Bale claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Match is now on sale in the stadium.
What a turnaround victory! Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things already rolling.
Well, Edmilson's selection has certainly attracted some scrutiny, but the man himself looks, as ever...
Big chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And it's Hullet. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Oh, that... and the shot! Goal! Milan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Aims beyond the defence. Pirlo. Yamal. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lam. And he's managed to get free. It's Ibrahimovic! And that's a sharp finish. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's shifting through the gears here. No, he's not getting his way this time. And that's a good ball. Can he finish? And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Arsenal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences. That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well read. Nice interception. And it's Pirlo. Yamal, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Approaching the half-hour mark. Bout of passing. Mbappe! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Stood up well to him there. Gullit running with the ball. Hoeneß does really well to win the ball there. Looking to play him in. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Mbappe. Varane wins the duel this time. Mbappe! That's a shade optimistic. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Oh, he's burst through. He's having a shot! And there's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Arsenal now in a position far more desirable.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
That's been cut out, well played. Ibrahimovic. To Lam. Vieira. That pass has been well intercepted. And he's running, decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Vieira.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's made its way to him. Now, can they get him away? Rafael Varane. Pull it. And that signals the end of the first period.
Arsenal are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say, deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
During the match at all times.
Arsenal claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time.
Substitution.
And we get things going again. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ibrahimovic. And it's Seedorf. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Pull it. It's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Ibrahimovic clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Bellingham looking for the run. Well read, and the danger is averted. That's a good run down the left. Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in. Hoeneß. Arsenal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Ibrahimovic looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Pirlo in acres of space out wide.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Gives it back. Quarter of an hour into the second half. That looks a good ball through. This looks promising. Pirlo. It's Bellingham. He's found a way through. Oh, truly brave defending.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, that's well spotted. Driven forward. Nesta cuts out the pass. Tries a deft little ball. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rafael Varane. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 10, Mbappe.
Maldini.
Number 19.
Arsenal still have the cards to affect this game.
Number 21, Hannes. Number 14,
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Number 15,
It's a delicate pass.
Roberto Carlos. Coming on the field, number 26, Gullit.
Lahm has
Number
quite the
4,
footballing brain.
Bale.
He's almost
Number
never
7,
outsmarted.
Hazard. Number 41,
Hazard getting
Rice.
forward.
Number
Leicester
8,
calmly
Marcelo.
anticipates.
Substitution in
Araujo.
progress.
Hazard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Great vision. Spread neatly. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Takes a shot! Rice. And it's Hazard. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Rice. Oh, good take in a good area. Schmeichel claims comfortable. Lahm. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Nesta. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Rice. Nesta gets over and intercepts. Hazard. And now the breakaway. Hazard. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And it's Marcelo. 1 minute to add, according to the board. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Arsenal have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance
And
by
a quick
any
reminder
measure.
today, everybody, to make sure to
Well,
put
from
any link
behind,
out in
Jim,
the
that
videos
is some
provided.
win, isn't it?
Thank
This
you
has
for your
been a very
cooperation.
composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We're up and running then. And it's Lam. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Ibrahimovic. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Rice. Pedri touches it back. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Desai spots it and intercepts. Ernest.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Arsenal are benefiting from a lot of movement up front, are they not?
Yeah, and if you're looking to play people in with passes from midfield, you really need willing runners who aren't looking to just get to the defensive line, but to go beyond it.
And they've got rid. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And here's Ibrahimovic. Vieira. Now Ernest. Defending here is really tight. Goes for a shot! Oh, how's that for a goal? That is a gem! An absolute gem! Arsenal take the lead.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Arsenal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Maldini has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Yamal. Now it's Yamal. Oh, shooting chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And he's been shifted off it. Pele. Oh, that's a fine interception. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Knocks it into space. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Goes long and straight. Could move up a gear here. Pedri. O'Shea. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. Yamal. Rice. Rice! It's wide, but only just.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Ibrahimovic. Tries a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Lam got a long way forward to join the attack.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Now it's Mbappe. Yamal. Now, what about a counter-attack? Seedorf. Vieira. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Pele. Oh, that's fabulous. Rice. He's shifting through the gears here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Now it's Pele. Now there's a... Can he finish? They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Rice. Great vision. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Off. And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Arsenal just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Arsenal are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 19.
Away we go again.
Coming on the field.
Arsenal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Aimed beyond the defence. Yamal. That is good strength. He's having a pop! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He's had it taken off him. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Ernest. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Best. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it out wide. And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's a fine interception. Pedri. And the counter is on. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Ernest is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Arsenal always looking for runners up front here.
Yeah, it is a regular tactic of theirs.
Yeah, it can make life really tough for you from a defensive point of view, having to constantly be on guard with people trying to get in behind. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And this is Hullet.
Hullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Pedri does well to get it back. Now, can they get him away? And it's made its way to him. He has found the way through. Pedri, crossing. And he knocks it clear. Vieira. Ernest. Yamal, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Rice. Seedorf. Lam. Roberto Carlos. Ernest. He's had it nicked away. Out for a throw. Marcelo. Rice. Looking to play him in. Best. Plays it in. And the shot! Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. So things are underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Opts for safety. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Hazard. Oh, shooting chance! He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Lam. O'Shea deals with that comfortably. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Seedorf. Hernes. Quarter of an hour played. Pedri gets a foot in here. And he cuts out the supply. Hazard going forward.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Always going over the top.
Ah, look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt. Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Mbappe. No, he's not getting past him there. Turns back here, probably the best option. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Oh, nice touch. Hoisted in. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Hernes. That's good running with the ball. And here's Mbappe. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
O'Shea. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Great vision. Hernes. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And it's hoisted clear.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Ferdinand. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Well, that pass isn't the best. Lahm. Just eases him off the ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. He's got away. Gets his head on it! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe. Arsenal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, they can break here. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Yamal has the space to scheme. And that's been drilled in. Schmeichel claims it without any fuss. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Vieira. And now the breakaway. Goes looking wide. Oh, that's fabulous. He won't be happy with that one. Roberto Carlos.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, nicely intercepted. Nicely shaped ball. Now this chance, surely! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and that is all they have time for.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
And a quick reminder today, everybody, to make sure to put any litter in the bins provided. Thank you for your cooperation.
so right back into the action.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Yamal! No, just not quite. Vieira. Crunching tackle. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And he's managed to get free. The ball has bounced loose now. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Araujo. Aimed beyond the defence. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. No, that's been intercepted. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And here's Azar. And it's Bellingham. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's neat. Bellingham, driven in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Substitution for Leverkusen.
So we have
22,
movement on both benches.
Yamal. Number 9, Hazard. Number 4, Ibrahimovic. Number 7, Bellingham. Coming on the field, number 18, George Best. Number 19, Gullit.
Bayer Leverkusen
Number
really
15,
look like a team that's set up to absorb
Number
pressure.
41,
They don't mind.
And he shoots!
Substitution.
And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Lahm. Pedri. And the counter is on. Tries to pass it through.
Bayer Leverkusen couldn't really be more watertight in midfield.
It's Bale! Gareth glittering Bale! A finish of true class! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
A case now of complete control. Schneider. And it's Eto'o. And this is Gullit. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. It's in! They're back within reach!
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 23.
Final checks on the touchline.
TinTin.
A change
Coming
about
on
to
the
occur.
field
Well, he
is
can certainly make
number
his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
So could they be onto something here? Rice. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Nice sequence of passes, this. Now it's Hullet. Oh, some tackle that. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And yes, it's him again. Bayer Leverkusen palpably stronger, better, superior. Hullet, now it's Bale. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Ferdinand. And it's Vieira. Nesta. And it's Schneider. Desai with the slide tackle there. Best. And this is Hullet. He's a sharp little ball here. Great chance! And yes, it's there! Just cruising! They are cruising!
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
Bayer Leverkusen are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Time added on 4 minutes. Rocher. Best. And there goes the final whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. How do you look back on the game then, Jim? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Looking for options for movement. Tries a shot! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Araujo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pedri couldn't squeeze it through. Adriano. Nesta calmly anticipates. Vieira. Lam. Ferdinand. Seedorf. Looking to play him in. Maldini defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Honas! And that would have been some goal.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish.
Yamal. Good ball, good take.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And this is... And the shot! In he goes again! And he's stuck it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Arsenal restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? Pedri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Lam is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
This is a promising build-up. Hazard purring through the gears. Great defending, strong and determined. Marcelo just loves to go forward whenever he can. And here's Yamal. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Ernest. And here's Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Nicely weighted. It's Adriano! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, great leap! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And they get themselves in front! A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Bayer Leverkusen leading now. O'Shea. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Vieira. Hoeneß powering forward here. Azar. And the counter is on. Araujo. And it's Vieira. Looking for the run. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Adriano looking for the chance to skim one in from range.
2
O'Shea.
minutes has been indicated.
Pedri. Yamal. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And now the breakaway. Lahm. That's a sharp pass. So a temporary halt to the action. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
Quick reminder today.
It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 8, Marcelo.
Gets us going once more.
Coming on to replace him is
Arsenal really
number
need
3,
to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter.
Substitution.
Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Maldini gets a foot in and wins the ball. Arsenal come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Pull it, and the shot! And that's a tidy finish. What remarkable powers of recovery.
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better. Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
substitution for Leverkusen, number 7.
Bayer Leverkusen can make their change now with a break in play. Arsenal drag themselves back again.
Number 41.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Hullet plays a sharp little ball here. Hullet, he's shifting through the gears here. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Probably be looking to play it square from here.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
No, he's missed it.
If he's really honest with himself, he was hitting that more in hope.
Mbappe needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their...
He's done very well to get to that.
Bullet is offering a right smile there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Hoeneß with the short one. And he's in on goal. And it's made it shot a goal. And that is quite wonderful. A finish right from the top draw. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 21.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 22.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Arsenal have hit a quick-fire double here and are ahead now by the odd goal in 5. Rice, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bayer Leverkusen have their second corner now. Buffon claims comfortably.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And this is Hullet. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Araujo, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Azar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Maldini. Tries to play it through. Short changes him with that pass. Rafael Varane. Vieira. For Rice. Well, that looks a decent ball. Buffon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Bayer Leverkusen really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Pinches it off him.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Aims beyond the defence. Now it's Pelé. He's onside. Bayer Leverkusen needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And he's managed, shoots! And the difference is still 1, but only just.
Well, the reaction from his teammates says it all, Peter. They simply expected better.
Alarm. Where it came from. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Oh, cracking ball. Great vision. Chance! And that has been cleared. I think we're just about done here. 5 minutes left on the clock. He has a look out. Oh, that's neat. That's really good defending.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Oh, this looks sharp. Chips it through. Takes a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Quick look. Impressive jump! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Engages and forces him off the ball. There will be 4 extra minutes. Rafael Varane proves too strong. Now he's off and running. Desai. So that's it. It is all over. Arsenal have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure.
Hello attendees.
Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.